You know, one of the hardest things we need to do in early recovery is become honest. You know, it's not easy, you know, living that addict lifestyle because we lie about everything. You know, even in early recovery, I caught myself lying about stuff that there was no reason to even lie about. You know, it's just another one of those bad habits that we got to stop doing. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's just like anything else. It takes practice, it takes discipline, and it takes time. And you know, the hardest person to get honest with is ourselves. You know, once we can truly get honest with ourselves, man, a whole world of opportunity opens up. You know, we're conscious of our defects. You know, we're self-aware. You know, that's what early recovery and working a good program of recovery brings, you know, self-awareness. We start to realize when we're bullshitting, when we're, you know, talking shit, lying. And over time, you know, we can start to mend those relationships that we fucked up because we were lying to the people and bullshitting all the time. Communication and dedication. All about honesty, baby. We can get honest with ourselves, you know, rigorously honest. We'll see our defects, you know, we'll be conscious of the things that we do wrong on a daily basis, our bad habits, because we all got bad habits if we're coming from addiction into recovery. And I say this all the time, but recovery is not a walk in the park. Sobriety is the hardest thing I ever did in my life. It's not easy being honest. It's not easy taking a look at ourselves and the shit that we've done, you know, the trauma we caused other people and ourselves. We carry a lot of baggage, you know, once we get sober. A lot of stuff that we gotta work out. But the point is to work out those problems, you know? Face our issues. Have faith in ourselves. Destroy that self-doubt that we all have. And realize that with God and staying sober, anything is possible. Listen, if I can get sober, anybody can get sober. You know, I struggled with H, crack, coke for over 25 years. I was a daily user in my neck. I used to shoot in my neck, and I still got the scars to prove it. The battle scars. You know, I'm not proud of that, but that's a daily reminder of if I pick up where I'm gonna go. I know that when I pick up a drink or a drug, it's going to lead to my death. I'm grateful that I'm alive today only by the grace of God and saving me from my addiction. You know, I embraced change. I started to listen to others. I started to take guidance from other people who had their shit together. You know, I built that foundation of positive, supportive, encouraging people in my life. And I got honest. I got honest with myself, with my sponsor, you know, honest when I got honest with everybody. I gotta stay honest. I know if I start lying, I start bullshitting even a little bit, that could lead me back to a drink or a drug, and then it's all over. So if you're on the fence thinking if you're an addict or an alcoholic, you probably are. Get honest with yourself. Recovery is possible, and you're worthy of a sober and successful life. You just gotta believe it. Stay positive, stay blessed. Let's get it, baby.